We know through research that feedback improves employee performance and engagement. Yet study after study after study tell us that employees feel that they do not get enough feedback. This is confusing, isn't it? If there was a superpower that managers have that allows them to shape behavior, change results, and enhance performance, it is feedback. Yet managers either do not use it enough or, even worse, they use it badly. Many of us have had the experience of receiving feedback that left us feeling deflated or unappreciated. It kills our motivation. So how can you give feedback effectively? You have to consider two things: the why and the how. Let's start with the why. Why do we give feedback? Well, sometimes we give feedback to appreciate and motivate. This is praise, or let's call it motivational feedback. We use it when someone has done a positive behavior or achieved a good result. For example, you talk to a supervisor who has focused on process safety and shown great results. You say, "Great job, well done." In other times, we give feedback to improve or change behavior. This is critical or developmental feedback. We use it when someone needs to change their behavior or their result. For example, your supervisor has not focused on process safety, so you say, "You should focus more on process safety." Often people behave in both positive and negative ways, and there's always room for improvement. So we try to both motivate and develop through our feedback. Now the next bit. How do we deliver feedback? Well, you need to go on a feedback picnic. For feedback to be effective, it needs to be positive, immediate and certain, or negative, immediate and certain. See, it needs to be a picnic. Whether motivational or developmental, don't forget to give feedback. And do not wait to give feedback. You have to give it as soon as the behavior has occurred, or it won't have an effect. So what do you take on a picnic? Well, sandwiches, of course. For feedback, you need a SBIN sandwich. Research shows that if you start with the positive, people accept the negative more readily. So the feedback is a SBIN sandwich. The bread is the positive start that highlights the good aspects of the performance. It's like the sugar that helps the medicine go down. The SBIN is the actual feedback. S stands for the situation, B for behavior, I for impact, and N for next actions. Let's go on a feedback picnic in the park. Your supervisor has completed a startup successfully but not focused on process safety. Start your picnic. Give the feedback immediately. Remember, it has to be immediate. You take out the SBIN sandwich. The first step is the positive. You say, "John, good job on completing the startup this morning. That was a complex procedure." Next, the SBIN. In running the pump, you ignored process safety conditions. You did not check the pressure the way you needed to, and this puts everyone at jeopardy. You know very well if pressure goes up, the piping could fail, or worse, we could have an explosion. What will you do next time to avoid this? Keep your picnic basket and SBIN sandwiches in hand. They are your superpower to support effective behavior and engagement in your teams.